What is up, everybody? Jaco here today. Before I get into today's video, let's talk about today's sponsored, my premium page. Yes, my premium page is 50% off the entire week, so be sure to jump on and subscribe. If you need a link, be sure to check out my Twitter, and that's how you get access to it. 50% off the entire week. Get you so much. So let's get into the topic of today's video, but before I do, please subscribe to the channel. So I want to talk about something that's going to come to a surprise to you guys. And I've talked about this in the past, but it's funny how you guys don't understand it. And a lot of people have justification for it, but I'm going to explain why it is what it is, okay? So let's get to that, and then I'll talk about the main point of this video. So over the past 5 years, I had only one woman approach me specifically asking me for my number. The anytime I ever met women in the last 5 years, whether it was at the gym talking first or through a dating app or through something else, that was the only way. I never ever have women blatantly flirt with me and ask me for my number. And now you might say, well, Jake, maybe it's because they think you're gay. Maybe you're too good looking and they don't want to go up to you. No, that's not the case. The real reason why is because primarily women don't approach men. That's primarily it. Number two is I'm slightly above average in the eyes of a woman. Remember that. So that's why it is what it is. Am I shocked by it? 100%. So then today's topic of the video is the eyes still wander. And you might say, well, what does it mean by the eyes still wander? So I've been in a relationship since January. So we're almost gonna go a year. And I love my partner, and I'm very happy. I'm pretty happy with my partner. Obviously, you know, there's good times and there's bad times, and oh my goodness, the sun. But I don't, see somebody else and be like, oh my God, I want to be with that woman. That is not what I'm insisting on here. What I'm trying to say for face value is that there's always beautiful women out there. And I appreciate a beautiful woman. I don't physically go up to them and say, wow, you're just stunning. You're so beautiful. And to be honest with you, it's hypocritical to say that should be okay, because I don't think it would be okay if my partner did that to a guy. But women compliment women all the time on their beauty. So if a man compliments a woman on her beauty just to compliment a woman on her beauty, it should be okay. Meaning if he's single, I'm saying, per se. But in general, just because a man says you're a beautiful woman doesn't automatically mean that he wants to have sex with you, or he wants to make love to you or be with you, whatever. That has to, and I get it, 98% of men are, but that's not every single man. So let's remove that stigma of people saying that that's what that is, because it really isn't. So back to the topic of wandering eyes. So like I said, if I see a beautiful woman or a pretty woman, I look. Now, I don't sit there and look and then wait till she stares back and look. I'm not trying to play a game with a woman. I'm just looking because I have eyes, and it's okay. And just like if my partner looked at a man, it's fine. If she's over here flirting with the man, if she's, fantasizing about wanting to be with the man, that's a different story. I mean, I don't even really care about the fantasizing part. I mean, I feel like I bring a lot to the table, and I'm pretty well endowed. So I'm not too worried about that. Like, I don't really think about women like that. The only time I ever do things is when I'm working online and I'm watching other performers that are doing my type of fetishes, and I'm like, oh my God. But I think about wanting to do those things with my partner, not with that person per se. And I even thought one time, because I don't want an open relationship, but if I was with somebody that didn't want to do my fetishes, that person allowed me to do fetishes to other people. Because my whole thing is I'm into destruction, and I'm not going to get into that because we're on YouTube, but I told my partner that she's very well aware that that's what I'm into, and when we're into it, she's like, yeah, I want you to do that to me. But then, the words don't match the action sometimes. And, I think about doing that to my partner because that's the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And if you're personally going to destroy that person, then you realize that's what you're taking on and going to live with the rest of your life. And realizing that I did that to that person personally turns me on. So it's weird. There's so much involved to it, and the fetish talk is crazy. I think I made a YouTube video recently talking about my fetishes, but that's another topic. But yeah, it's very surprising to me about the lack of interest. And like I said, I when I say I'm slightly above average, I say like a 6 out of 10. And now some of you might be like, Jake, you're crazy. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I personally feel that way about myself. I'm not saying that somebody else doesn't think I'm an 8, somebody else doesn't think I'm a 9. But something that also occurred to me, and I don't want to run this video on too long, but when somebody's dating somebody and you're like, okay, this is an average person dating an average or less average person, and they say to that average or below average person, you're the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. And then that person, let's just say this is a man and a woman, and the woman is like a 4, and then another woman's an 8 or 9. What does he think about those women? And as a woman who's average, you have to, if let's say you're a woman and a man, and the woman is less good looking than the man is, and now the woman, he says to the woman that you're the most beautiful woman in the world, but realistically she's not, but in his eyes she might be. But if she is, then what are these other women to him? And that's like an inclined to cheat as well. So let me know what you guys think about this. Again, I didn't want to run this on too long. It's just very surprising to me about what I said about people coming up to me or talking to me or anything. It's just like, maybe it's like inconspicuous how women flirt. They do it, but they don't want to make it obvious. And even then, it's just like very, very, very minimal. And I get it. I'm 31 years old. To people in their 20s, that's old. But I never have like women in their 40s. I mean, I have at some point I'm like in a grocery store and there's women asking me to get stuff off the top shelf and they're smiling at me, and I'm just like, could she really not reach it, or does she really just want me to get her groceries and this is an attempt at flirting? You think reading women is not like reading a book. Reading women is like finding your way out of a jigsaw puzzle, out of a maze that doesn't have a way out. That's what it's like. But again, I don't really entertain women any way, shape, or form when they do flirt. And to be honest with you, I would like it, especially beautiful women. It would make me feel good. It'll make me feel great. Not that I'm craving that. I'm just saying in general that'll make me feel good. So if a woman came up to me and was like, hey Jake, I just want to let you know you're a very, very handsome man, I would say, I'm flattered, thank you so much, it really means a lot to me, but I'm with somebody, but I will accept your compliment gladly and I appreciate it. I don't think I would go on the route of reversing the compliment. I feel like at that point I'm probably disrespecting my partner, so I probably wouldn't go down that route, because it could probably come back and bite me in the ass, especially if it's a woman who goes to my gym, because I also go to the gym with my partner, and the woman's like happy that I said I had a partner, but if I compliment her, she'll go back to my partner and be like, oh, I'm just letting you know your partner Jake told me I was beautiful. And she's gonna be like, oh, did he now? Sorry, that was a bad impersonation, but yeah, life is crazy. And to be honest with you, I'm very happy where I'm at, and I plan on expanding my family, and I'm not a cheater. I don't see myself as a cheater or a home wrecker. Sometimes I notice women stare at me more when I'm with my partner than when I'm not with my partner, which is interesting because I feel like they have this mentality of the home wreckage business, where they're like, oh wow, he's with her, but look at me, I'm better looking or whatever. And I feel like sometimes people, I would really say that 8 8 or 9 out of 10 people in relationships look at other people of the opposite sex in attraction. And I would say that 5 out of 10 would be willing to sleep with that person if there was no repercussions. And 3 out of 10 would do it regardless, as long as that person's, well, there's people who cheat with people who are less better looking than their partner. So I don't even know. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this. I made this video longer than I wanted to, but on my way to the gym, I like making videos. I like talking to you guys. And feel free to talk in the comment section below. Take care, guys.